So I think the reason I set out to write this book was because I felt that adaptation actually is posing kind of quite big political questions for the types of futures
Mm,
that we're going to live under climate change. But these
mm,
questions are almost invisible in the public debate. If you go around and have a conversation at your friend's house, it's unlikely that coastal relocation is going to come up. But there are kind of really big issues facing us. So I don't want to minimize, of course, the importance of climate mitigation, and that has
mm,
been dominant
mm,
international
mm,
effort and is also still the very best way to adapt to climate change, is, of
mm,
course, to limit the damage that we do further. But unfortunately, because we're now in the situation where we have warmed enough that we're always going to have to adapt, that there's a certain amount of adaptation built into the system. So my interest really was to open up some of those questions to kind of show that adaptation isn't necessarily just continue doing the same thing that we've always done. Actually, the science shows us that the impacts are going to ask us to do things differently. And unless we kind of start talking about that and opening up the conversation, there's a risk that we're going to leave people behind in those processes.